We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
There we go. 47.
First down, Prescott throwing middle, and it's complete. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
First down run with Elliott, going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the 44, Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
47. Get ready. 57, Mike 57. You look right now. Stop look right now. And 47. 57.
Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 11. They begin with a run by Smith. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Coming to you.
Darnold now to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
After the penalty, it's Smith. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Being strong up the middle is imperative. I don't care what your sport, but in football, when you've got a D tackle who can contribute not only to occupying bodies, but also making plays on the ball carrier, that's when you have the cornerstone of a solid run defense.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. All right. Here we go. Let's go, B. Let's go.
Throwing on second down. Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Third and long, it's Darnold. Man open, that's Damian Rattler. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big gain of 39 on third.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go.
On second down, here's Smith. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
He's got Herndon, his tight end. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
So I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Try to punch it in with Smith. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go now with Smith. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tremont Smith. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week. Well, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
56, check 56. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd down now, it's Smith. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Hey, watch the slant. Ladies, 54, Mike.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Prescott looks to throw on first. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Elliott. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlight showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Here's Prescott. And this will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The first down carry by Elliott. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
On 1st down, McMillan. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the Jets' 8-yard line.
There you go. Go right in. Go, Tackle. Go. We got this. We got this. Check. Hey, kill.
On second down, Elliott. He juked him. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it now with Smith. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Go, son. 54, right there. 54, Mike. And 80. Mike 5-4. Hey, Echo. We ain't giving up nothing today. Hey, watch that. Check.
Darnold from the gun. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for Dallas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Smith, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Here we go, son. 54. Mike, 54. Hey, pick your game up. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Now Darnold. Got an open man. It's Rattling. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. A give to Smith out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. From the 38, Darnold. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Darnold now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. To throw is Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
It's going to be a long day. Lady. Be a long day. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You don't want this. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Throwing again is Darnold. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Yannick Ngakoue make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's 4th down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. And this one is right down the middle. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get it done. Let's go. Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Check 55, Mike.
10th carry now for Elliott. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Again, it's Elliott. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Darnold. That's complete to Smith. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Let's get it. We're going to sign. Mike by 4. Mike by 4. Tackles.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Darnold now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Smith. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now it's Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Check, crunch. Red 80. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Good solid gain on 1st down. About what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Mike 54. I'm coming for you. You mine. Slam.
On 2nd down, it's Smith. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 21.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Come on, D. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here's Darnold. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Darnold on first down. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Elliott. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. He's going to loft it, deep right sideline. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Here's Ty Long now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch 54. Watch 54. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Mike's 54.
Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon. And now it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Open man is Anderson. That one good for 24 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Smith, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Check three. 54.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
All right, T, let's
They'll run with Elliott. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Elliott running right. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 26-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, throwing back across his body. Marcus May with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Got an open man, it's Ratley. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run with Smith. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Mike tight. Mike 5-4. Not here.
Now a carry here for their fullback. Finding some room at midfield. The 40. The 20. 10. 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, he's going to let it flop. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and run with their fullback. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Here's the Jets punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through